We're back live with you tonight. And in focus, Municipal Workers Union SAMWU in the Free State say it's concerned about the establishment of a war room in the Matjhabeng Local Municipality. It says the war room is interfering and manipulating the municipal affairs. To give us more details into this war room and paint a bigger picture of what's happening in that municipality, we're joined by SAMWU Free State Secretary Tiisetso Mahlatsi. Tiisetso, good to have you. Thank you very much for your time. You're raising about 3 issues, but maybe a little bit more. Let's talk firstly about one, what you call the improper adherence to municipal administration and operation processes that you say have been flouted. 2, the separation of powers as stipulated in the Municipal Structures Act. What has happened?
Yes, local government, as you know, has many legislation, and part of that, in terms of the Municipal Structures Act, defines what's the role of the mayor and what's the role of the administration. And the mayoral committee, as led by the executive mayor, it's a policy directive body that must consider the work done by the administration. But the new tendency that we are experiencing in Matjhabeng Local Municipality, the mayoral committee has reduced its level to an administration part instead of a policy decision making. They have stripped the powers of the accounting officer and executive management, and instead of playing an oversight role.
In what instance has this happened?
The mayoral committee is now discussing the issues that are in their nature the competency of the municipal manager as the accounting officer. All municipal employees does not account to councillors, does not report to councillors. They account and report to the executive, to the municipal manager. And what is disturbing is that these issues that are being decided by the MEICO are issues that concerns mutual interest, and they must be dealt with in the local labor forum. So not only the work of the accounting officer has been hijacked, but also the bargaining process has been hijacked by the mayoral committee led by the executive mayor.
Yeah. What is the unilateral decision you're saying that they've done in direct violation of Section 34 of the Basic Conditions of Employment?
Municipal employees always have made arrangements to pay municipal services through the stop order. And they have made arrangements on the arrears that they have, that they be deducted from the municipality, their salaries. The MEICO, through their established war room, which is a foreign structure in local government, has now resolved that they will change the amount that an employee has agreed to be deducted on their salary. From this month, a unilateral amount will be implemented in their salary, being deducted without their consent, without their approval, without their consultation. And some of the amounts that are going to be deducted this month are way too high for employees to have a minimum income that they must go home with as required by law.
Yeah. Let's talk about 2 issues. One, the establishment of the war room. Is this an official war room that has been established, and what provisions have been used to establish this war room? Who is in that war room, and what is the war room established to do?
Yeah, we were puzzled by the establishment of the war room in a local government. Municipalities are legislated, and that part of the legislation has subcommittees that must be established in local government. So this one is a foreign one. It has been established by the executive mayor, who will convene managers and supervisors to this war room. It's normally sit after 4 when employees have knocked off, and employees are forced and threatened to attend this war room. That's where these wrong decisions are taken.
Okay.
And they are now subjected for implementation by the accounting officer.
I want to distinguish the two, because there's one war room that they say in June was established to address water shortages, right? Is this the same war room that you're talking of?
No, this is a different one. It's called a service delivery war room.
Okay, and what are the issues that are being discussed at this service delivery war room?
What we observed when workers received a WhatsApp message sent to them communicating the decisions of war room. And those decisions are matters that must be dealt with in the local labor forum. And those are the issues that are the competency of the accounting officer as legislated in terms of the Municipal Systems Act. So at no stage should such a war room discuss the work that must be done by the accounting officer, because there are processes to deal with such in every institution of a government.
Yeah. Then let's talk about the issue that you're raising, then the changes that of the deductions that are being taken from employers for municipal services. Is that part of what is called Operation Batala, the initiative to boost revenue collection in the locality?
Yes.
And this has not, you're saying, been properly ventilated with the workers, for the workers to respond to it?
Yes. It's just a unilateral decision that must be implemented without consulting the affected employees or assessing their financial state.
Yeah. What do you think should have happened? The municipality at this particular point, I believe, owes 5 billion rands to the water board and another 5 billion rands to ESCOM. Never mind the other service providers, which are being owed close to 270 million rands. So, firstly, does the union accept that the municipality is in a financial crisis?
The municipality is currently in a financial crisis.
And what is your suggestion around the recovery of those amounts that are being owed?
Firstly, it's a billing system of the municipality that must be corrected. Currently, communities are charged services by and they are paying an estimation. There's no company that is taking readings at the moment. So when you pay an estimate as detected by the system. So the municipality must work on their billing system, and so that residents receive their accounts, and they must clean their billing so that residents receive an accurate statement, and they must pay what they use.
So you're saying the escalating areas of your members are because of this erroneous billing system?
It's part of, but what we must raise is that employees have long made arrangements. They have signed for a particular amount to be deducted. And where is it's wrong, it's where a unilateral decision is taken to change that amount and increase it without consulting the affected employees. So means employees have long, for years, been paying their services, and where they are raised, they have been making arrangements to do so.
Are you aware of the call by the NCOP to the Premier for the Matjhabeng Local Municipality to come out or come up with a financial turnaround strategy?
We are aware and we welcome such a decision, and we hope it will be implemented accordingly to save the municipality before its collapse.
Yeah.
And so because that we wrote a letter to the minister to ensure that such decision is implemented urgently. Matjhabeng needs an urgent attention.
Yeah, but you would reject this particular change as part of that financial turnaround strategy to collect more revenue?
Any unilateral change that is implemented without consulting workers, it's wrong. We won't support it and we'll fight it.
And at this particular stage, you're saying you've raised these issues, but it seemingly they're falling on deaf ears. Where have you raised these issues?
We have been raising this, and even we wrote a letter to the chief whip of the municipality in May, where we raised this political interference and the wrong decisions that are made. And we have been raising this thing to the leaders. And even in our memorandum on the 6th of October, that was handed over to the Premier, has alluded to this anomaly in the municipalities.
Yeah. What is Labour saying to the other issues? I mean, there are other issues that are seemingly facing this municipality, including, I think, 24 vehicles that would have been attached by the Bloemfontein High Court because of what they say is the mayor's instruction not to pay particular service providers until, I don't know, they pay him 4 million rands per contract.
Yes, we are aware of that, and we are saying that the leadership, lack of leadership in Matjhabeng will continually cause problems for that municipality. And hence we support the intervention of a provincial government in Matjhabeng so that they save the situation. Because what is happening now in Matjhabeng is a one-man show who is a dictator in his nature of leadership, and he can't listen to any advices. So part of the decisions that are taken have placed the municipality in a serious situation at the moment, including such a decision not to pay people without a proper investigation. And the NPAC has done its work on this matter and advised the mayor which one must be paid, which one must not be paid, and which one must be investigated. But the mayor could not listen to that advice.
Yeah. So what are your members saying happened on the 12th of October? Apparently, 12th of October meeting of the War Room, the mayor was quite upset. I'm reminded, as you're saying, it's a one-man show where he was hurling insults at those who were there.
It's not the first. In all the meetings, employees are insulted in the MECO, including the members of the mayoral committee. They are insulted in those meetings. In all the meetings that they convened by the mayor, workers are insulted and humiliated.
And what is the accounting officer saying to this? Because ultimately, the political head will say, I'm just merely exercising oversight. The decisions are made by the accounting officer. Is the municipal manager aware that whatever decisions are ultimately going to fall on him?
The poor management is working in a state of fear. They are also threatened. So no one there is free to express, and they're afraid to come out and approach the mayor, because he seems to be powerful and his proximity to the leadership also speaks volume. So workers, including the accounting officer, because he's also an employee, they are afraid of the man because they view him as a powerful person. So he's leading that municipality through a dictatorship and iron fist.
So, in other words, what you're saying is that Nkosi Tukwana is aware of these issues, and would you say Mr. Kalipa is protected at that level?
He is quite aware, because we have been raising these issues with them. But they are unable to intervene and to save the situation. But they are fully aware. So
as SAMWU then, I read in some article that COSATU, for example, the Youth League, are among those who are calling for the mayor to be recalled, but also for the municipality to be placed under administration. Are you part of that call?
We are part of the call. We started it, and we remain with that statement that Matjhabeng is not safe under the leadership of Councillor Kalipa, and the sooner the leading party realize that and save that municipality. And we are also calling on the national government, because seemingly the Free State government is failing to intervene in Matjhabeng. So the Minister of COGTA is empowered by Municipal Systems Act to act and intervene in a municipality if the province is not doing so. And we are calling on the Minister of COGTA to urgently intervene and save that municipality so that the residents of Matjhabeng must receive proper services.
What's the hope of that happening? Because the last time, for example, the SG of the ANC was in that province, he was singing accolades to the mayor, saying he's doing a good job. In fact, the other mayors must learn from him.
We hear that, we continue to hear that, but the unfortunate part is that the leadership does not go and verify what they are being told in Matjhabeng. If you go to Matjhabeng, you won't see any difference. There's no change there. I don't know where did they get that statement that Matjhabeng is better run and Matjhabeng is better serviced. What we have been seeing in the past is still continuing. There's still a running sewer. There's still a problem of rubbish in the whole location, in the whole towns. So there's no change in Matjhabeng. So I'm not sure what are they praising.
Yeah. I'm putting all these questions to you because we will reach out to the mayor, because we want him to come and answer to these things also that you're raising. There are also claims of dividing workers who are hired under his administration and pitting them against workers who were hired before his administration. What are you finding with your members?
It's true. We organized a march in September on the 7th. And he convened employees who are employed during his tenure as the executive mayor on the 6th at 4 o'clock. And that's where he threatened these employees not to attend our march, and telling them how ungrateful they are because he did them a favor, he employed them, and should they participate in such a march, he's going to dismiss them. So that's an act of dividing employees and setting employees against one another.
Tiisetso, we appreciate your time, and thank you very much for coming on and sharing that with us. That's SAMWU Free State Secretary Tiisetso Mahlatsi there.